So, Shannon, what did last night tell you?
Skip, it's hard for me to believe that there are two better teams that's going to come out of the Western Conference than these two teams, what I saw last night.
Don't sleep on the Rockets, but go ahead.
The Rockets, obviously Utah and Denver is going to be pretty good, but, man, what I saw last night. Skip, the Lakers obviously have some things they need to work on. This is different for LeBron. LeBron is basically turned into a full-time facilitator, and I think in the process of doing that, it got him out of his rhythm, Skip. He made a conscious, concerted effort to try to get the ball to Anthony Davis. He was not looking for his shot at all last night, and I think it threw him off a rhythm because normally in the previous 16 years, LeBron has always felt, I'll try to get my guys going because I know I can always get my shot. But I think as you get later in your career, Skip, you probably need to start looking for your shot a little earlier because things are not going to come as easy now as they did in the past. But LeBron was trying to find a rhythm. I don't believe he'll shoot. What did he shoot last night? He was 7 of 19. I don't believe he'll shoot 7 of 19 very many times this season. 18 points, 9 rebounds, 8 assists. That's very, very ho-hum for LeBron James. Anthony Davis got out to a great start, kind of slowed down the stretch. And as Jenny read, the difference in this ball game was the bench.
Seriously.
We knew what type of bench the Clippers have. But, Skip, I've never seen anything. I've been following the NBA a long, long time. I've never seen anything like Lou Williams. Lou Williams really should be starting, and he really could start. He should start for the Clippers. He could start for a lot of teams, but he comes off the bench, and he's cool with that. But what's unique about him and Trez Harrell, Skip, they play starters minutes. You find very few bench role players that played more minutes than the superstar starters.
Right.
They played more minutes than Kawhi, which is unheard of. And that's not, and you don't be surprised if you see this happens more often than not. They will play more minutes, Lou Williams and Montrez, than Kawhi. Probably Paul George they'll probably rival Paul George. Paul is the guy that plays 38, that plays heavy minutes also. But Skip, the difference in the ball game was when Doc went to that shock troop. He brought Trez in. He brought Lou Williams in. That was really the difference in the ball game because I thought early in the ball game the Lakers were contesting everything at the rim, and then they brought those guys and they had a little lapse in judgment, a little lapse in defense. And the one thing that we know, night in, night out on a consistent basis in the West, you can have no lapse because guys can get hot, and we saw with Kawhi. Kawhi was basically under control in the first quarter, and then he caught fire in the second quarter, and then Lou Williams got hot. I mean, he was pulling up. Trez is unbelievable because he's tremendous energy. He's going to play tremendous defense, Skip. He gives you great rebounding. He can score around the paint. But it's one game. You told me not to get all up. You know, if you win this game, that's just one game. So that's what you told me yesterday.
Yeah, but you told me that it was going to be a coronation for the Lakers last night.
It was.
Right?
You heard the crowd, right? You heard the crowd in that thing.
The
Boom,
Lakers,
Kawhi.
they booed him. He had to
Oh,
cover
he
the
did.
mic at the first so he could keep talking into the mic.
booty.
Because the Laker fans took over a Clippers home game.
Yeah.
Whoa.
I know. I heard it.
So much for him being he's going to be the king of L.A. He the new king of L.A. He can't be the king of his own house. Now, how you go home? How you go home, Jenny, and your kids and wife boo you, but another dude come in there and they, yay, he home. Stop it. Skip, look, you won the game. You played unbelievable last night. Kawhi was clearly the best player in the building last night. Give him his credit. They played unbelievable as a unit, and they didn't have to make. The only person that's really new is Kawhi. Doc Rivers is phenomenal. Everybody knows their role. The bench, Trez, everybody that's coming off that bench know their role. Right now, the Lakers are still trying to figure themselves out. When they get the guys back, we're going to be just fine. I'm not overly concerned, and you shouldn't be either.
So you act like it was a revelation to the world last night. Lou Williams can really play. It was a revelation to the NBA universe. Montrez can come off the bench and really have impact. Was that a revelation? That's been going on for a long time, and it definitely went on all last year.
Not 60 points, Skip.
Huh?
60
Oh,
points.
stop it. They did it all last year. They were really
60.
good last year. And they put a little scare into Golden State in the first round until the best player on the planet, who's not playing right now, Kevin Durant, said, nope. In their house, he said, no, you can't do that to me. You could maybe do that to Steph and Clay and Draymond, but you can't do it to me.
Okay.
Okay, that's how good they are. That's why I picked the Clippers Clippers to win it all this year over the Rockets in the Western Conference Finals. And all that for me was validated last night because my biggest takeaway was there's a new king in LA, and he's wearing New Balance. And I got to tell you, number 2, I hate to admit, made a huge, resounding sea to shining sea statement last night during the game on TNT, and then when his New Balance commercial dropped in a commercial break. The statement he made was, I ain't afraid of no king because I got this. This is now my house. And I get he got booed by those Laker fans, but he's going to shut them up. As the year wears on, they're going to get quieter and quieter because that commercial, and we're going to talk more about it in just a few minutes, but it was brazen. It was right in LeBron's face because he was not afraid to take subtle and not so subtle shots at LeBron in the commercial with the little crown swinging on the keychain. Did you see that?
I saw it.
And what was LA called? Kawhi Town. Wow, Kawhi Town. And then it ends with, this is his city. All caps.
Really?
Really. Well, then what I loved about number 2 last night was during the game, he flat out backed it up. He was, as you did note, you acknowledged, he was the best player on the floor on offense and defense. He won a championship last year in Toronto, and I thought he was lucky to win it, but he did win it. He was the MVP of the NBA Finals. And last night, I saw a new number 2 because I know him. I know him from jump because I'm a Spurs fan, and I know him from when he was a rookie. And he used to be my favorite player in his San Antonio days. And I always wanted him to be a little more confident because he played with slumped shoulders and he played with his eyes down in San Antonio. And he was always the fourth wheel to Duncan Parker and Ginobili. And he seemed so painfully shy. And so painfully insecure when you could see all the talent and you'd say, live it, just enjoy it, embrace it, be it.
Sure.
You are that guy, but you don't think you're that guy.
Yeah.
Now he thinks he's that guy. And it took that championship he won, quote unquote, by himself. He had some help in Toronto. He had a lot of help.
You see Siakam last night?
I saw Kyle
And
Lowry.
Van Fleet.
I saw Van Fleet go crazy. I saw them all, too. He had a lot of help. He had Gasol. We could go on and on, but that was a very good team, and he made it the championship team.
Correct.
I give you that. But I saw a guy with his chest out last night. I saw a guy who was in command and in control. I saw a guy whose team fell behind 13-2, and then he said, no, not in my new house. And he made how many in a row? 7 straight shots.
Right.
Did that not tilt the game back in the Clippers' favor?
Yeah.
And I give you the bench, but I knew they got the bench. Whew, that's a good basketball team, and they can really defend, and they're really going to make it hard on the Lakers the next 3 times they play the Lakers. And I got to tell you, I was blown away by a statement that Kenny Smith made after the game on TNT on Inside the NBA. It resounded deep into my psyche if we could hear and see what Kenny Smith said after the game. He just said that number 2 made LeBron James, your guy, look not athletic. That's a mouthful from Kenny Smith. And I love Kenny and I respect Kenny, and he's been there and done all that. Your thoughts on that?
When LeBron hit that 17-foot turnaround jump in his face, how athletic did he look?
That was early.
When he chased down Landry Shamet and threw his shot out.
Are we really going to give him credit for that? Little Landry Shamet tries to shoot a right-handed layup off the glass, you're going, can we see that? By the way, we got to see it.
Hold on, but you say he don't play no defense.
Okay. Oh, I thought he really tried on defense last night. Okay. But again, it's talking about looking, that's the easiest chase down in the history of chase downs. A little guard is going to shoot a right-handed layup off the glass?
And he got 2 charges.
Okay.
But here's the thing, Skip. I'm trying to figure out, it wasn't like LeBron was guarding Kawhi. I mean, maybe twice he guarded him when they caught him in a pick and roll and LeBron switched out on him. But for the most part, LeBron didn't guard him. LeBron was not trying to take Kawhi off the dribble last night. He was trying to feed Anthony Davis in the post. They made a concerted effort to get Anthony Davis the ball. And he said that we're going to play through AD this year.
Okay.
Why have him if we're not?
Thank you for watching. You can subscribe here to get the latest from the show, and be sure to check out more of the best clips from Undisputed, or go watch a few other segments from our other shows on FS1.